What's up, everybody? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. And in today's video, I'm just going to go straight to answering questions and talking about some of the issues that we've had with some clients over the last week. Um, the first one that I had was a customer had an issue where she had paid a retainer to an attorney, and the attorney was doing work for her, but what ended up happening, she gave this attorney $6,900, and the attorney is now coming after her for another $1,800. But here's the situation. She started having a weird feeling about, is work actually being done on my behalf, because she said the attorney kept asking her to do work. Like she said, she asked me to write up stuff that I thought that the attorney's office was supposed to be writing up. Really, the only thing that the attorney was doing was showing up to court with her. And I was like, okay, well, if they sent her the bill for more money, and they actually sent it to a debt collector. Debt collector called her. We interceded and told her, talked to the debt collection company and told them what her dispute was about the bill. But now, this is what the client didn't know that is required by an attorney, and why probably why a lot of attorneys get away with doing stuff to people like this, is that you can dispute a bill with an attorney, and you can also file a complaint with your state. There's a department that handles attorneys, and you can also dispute it with the judge that was overseeing the case. But the first thing that you should always do is you should just say, I want to get a detailed billing of all the hours. Attorneys must provide you hours, a schedule of all the work that they've done, and it's called billable hours. And they take those hours out of the retainer that they give to you, and then if there's additional hours, they'll add it to an invoice, and then they'll tell you to pay it. Well, what they did with her is, number one, they didn't provide the billable hours. Number two, she only went to court probably about 4 hours. And when we looked at it, the attorney was charging $299 per hour. Even with the 5 hours, it still didn't equal out to the $6,900 that she had paid. And then with the additional work that is claiming to be done that she hasn't seen done, it didn't justify another billing that she did. I think it was $1,800 some dollars or something like that. So what we did is we formally disputed with the debt collection company. Secondly, told the debt collector that they cannot contact her by phone to do everything in writing. That way, they can't pretend like they didn't know that she was disputing the bill. They didn't know the reasons why she was disputing the bill, and they can't claim that they didn't know that she requested the documentation to prove all of the billable hours. This is like just plain and simple putting them on notice. And so we're waiting for a response on that. I'll give you an update. But that's how you get the first part of the process started. Our client believes that she only owes 200 to 400 extra dollars in for the services, if everything is true from the first retainer that she paid, and they prove all of the hours and work that was put in for there. Now, there's one thing that could be a trap for the attorney, which was, there was a document that that she thought the attorney was supposed to prepare and submit. The attorney actually had her prepare the document and submit it to the court. And if that ends up being on that for work that the attorney did, that's going to be, I don't know what to say. It's going to be unbelievable, that trying to get paid for something that she had her own client do. Oh, real quick, there was no debt placed for sale on the market But I believe that when they do that, it's because they already have debt collectors that are putting money on escrow, saying that if anything comes through, we'll take it. That's the reason why I'm probably didn't get the emails last week, is because they will do that. It's not that debt isn't being released, especially with what all is going on right now. Is that they have put the money on retainer, and they don't even have to put it out and advertise it. There's debt collection companies that are in line waiting to take the debt. We have a question here on YouTube where individual had insurance, auto insurance with a company, and they lost confidence with the company and they canceled before the policy had expired. And they said that the insurance company is trying to come after them for an extra $125, and they're asking, what should they do about this? And number one, if you cancel the policy uh, before, they potentially owe you money unless you're paying monthly. But if you paid it in full, they would have to give you money, and you have a right to cancel a policy at any time and move over to another company. And so, no. Let me tell you an easy way to make to shut this down. We had this with a client in New York. Easy way is just go to your state um, uh, insurance division, whoever regulates insurance companies in your state. There's always going to be a form on there to file a complaint. Fill out that form, send it to the proper agency, and also send that same copy of what you filled out to send to the agency. You send that to the insurance company. 10 times out of 10, it'll be over with. 10 times out of 10. Very easy, straightforward way to do it. Uh, you know, just do what I just told you, and I'm also gonna write what you should do on here. It'll make that go away 100%. Here's another one. Charge off from Capital One. I set a payment plan to pay back the $600. Now, did I do the right thing? If you did the right thing, if it was your account. But with the charge off, if you're paying Capital One, you're doing the right thing. If it was sold to a debt collection company and not assigned or contracted out by Capital One to collect by a collection agency, you I don't want to say you didn't do the right thing, but you could have validated it, made sure, number one, that they have all of the information to prove that the debt is yours, because they're required to do that when they pass through and sell those to debt collection companies. And then it would have put you into a more favorable position to get a settlement where you potentially would have paid, if you could have paid $200 or $300, instead of the $600. But I don't want to say you didn't do the right thing, because uh, it's always better if it's coming directly from the creditor. It's better to confront it and get it done and over with, and you'll be able to get it removed after it's paid off, or you can have the standing change to positive. And even before that, you can submit to them, once you make that first payment, that they change that account to showing positive. So let's not. I don't want to make you feel bad or anything, because you did, number one, you're doing the right thing by just wanting to get this done and over with. We have another question here. Why would I answer the lawyer's questions prior to going to court, giving him time to correct the invalid information I believe I would bring to court? Let me tell you why you would want to do that. Here's the reason. Because you have to give a response. If you read the court summons, you have to give a response to the court. And you could be potentially allowing them to go and gather information, but what usually happens is that they can't get that information. And you could speed up the process, because when you go to court and you do that, they're going to automatically ask for a continuance, and you're just going to be adding on to the time frame that you would have had for the if you would have responded to the court summons. So I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from on that. But all you're going to be doing is extending your time in court and extending the time to get this resolved, when you could have gave that to them, and then you show up to court, and if they didn't have it, then you would tell the judge that you want to have it dismissed because you gave them enough time to bring it to court. If they have it in court, then you ask the judge for time to review it, and then you make your decisions on if you're going to be moving forward on a settlement, or if you're going to just outright fight it. So you'll just be speeding up the process. Here's another one here. I have a student loan account on my credit history that isn't mine. I've appealed several times, but it still remains on there. Easy way to do this. Go to the FTC website. Let me grab the form here. I think I showed everyone this the other day. Go to the FTC. I don't want to show this person's name, but go to the FTC. Yeah, here we go. Type in this here. Identity theft victims complaint and affidavit. Type that in online, and you'll go and you'll see a PDF open up. You can fill that out. Just follow it. Very simple and easy to follow. You'll send that to the bureaus. You'll also send that to the student loan company that is placing it on your credit reports. 10 times out of 10, be done and resolved in 30 to 35 days. Let's go here. Can you do a video? Someone wants me to do a video on Dun & Bradstreet. I have some business funding companies that have contacted me, and they want me to work with them on that. I'll get a video put together on that pretty soon. Let's see here. This one here, Fed loan killing their credit scores, and they have it in forbearance, and they never update it. Letter of forbearance. How do I get the late payments? What you could do is you could try to get with them, do a courtesy for you to take off the late payments. Whoa, I almost lost my camera there. To do a courtesy to get the late payments taken off of your reports. They probably won't do it. They might wipe the whole thing off, and that might make your score drop, and then it'll be able to come back up. But with the student loans, I mean, let's just be real. When you get those student loans, it's until you get them paid off, get the debt lowered on them. Those things will haunt you for a long time. Something else that you could potentially do is you could do a credit booster. Below this video, I have a program to boost your scores. That could get you over the 700s. I see right now that you're close at 657. Credit booster could potentially knock you over 700, and you wouldn't have to worry about that with your student loans. Let's see. All right, I think that's all for the questions. If you have any questions or comments, please place them below. Please like this video. If you need help with your credit, go to thecreditrepairshop.com. If you need your scores, please go to 3scores.com. Really appreciate that. And like the video, post your comments, questions, and please share it, and please subscribe to the page. This is Stephen Williams, founder and president of thecreditrepairshop.com. Thank you.